The Democratic National Convention begins today in Chicago, and protests over several top issues are already taking place, kind of evoking images of another political convention in the Windy City. Alice Barr has more on what to expect on DNC Day 1.
Vice President Kamala Harris is in Chicago as the Democratic National Convention kicks off tonight, previewing her focus over the weekend in a Pennsylvania bus tour.
When you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for.
The vice president looking to define herself to the American people this week in the still early days of her campaign, the candidate change-up. And the protesters against the war in Gaza gathering in Chicago, drawing comparisons to the Windy City's 1968 Democratic Convention.
It's impossible not to make that connection in your head.
But Northwestern University history professor Kevin Boyle says while that race was framed by deep divisions over the Vietnam War.
This is going to be a convention of profound unity.
Unity inside and de-escalation training outside, preparing Chicago police to avoid the violent clashes of '68, when President Lyndon Johnson stepped aside during the primary season, much earlier than President Biden's move that led to Vice President Harris's unprecedented path to the nomination.
Do you think there's any credence to the people that are criticizing her for having been selected and not elected?
There is no rule that says that there has to be an open primary process under these circumstances. So they followed their rules inside the party. That's the way it works.
As new national polls show Harris picking up a narrow lead, former President Trump is set to visit 4 swing states this week, working to counteract any post-convention bump for the Democratic ticket.
President Biden will deliver the biggest speech of the night tonight, taking on a very different role than he'd anticipated at this convention. Expect the crowd to honor his legacy as he passes the torch with a strong endorsement of his vice president. From the DNC in Chicago, I'm Alice Barr, NBC News.
And tonight, right here on Channel 13 NBC News, we'll have special coverage of the Democratic National Convention. You can see it all tonight starting at 10 p.m. Then, of course, stick around for 13 News at 11.